Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball head coach Mike Greco, and also the boys varsity basketball coach Tom Keane. Guys, how are you?
Great. Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for coming on. I understand the basketball camp is back, the summer basketball camp, and you've been doing this for quite a few years now, and it's a very successful camp. Give us the details. When does it start? Can people still sign up? And how many people have signed up so far? We'll start off with or whoever just wants to jump in, I guess.
Sure. So we're very excited to be back with Coach Bliss Camp. It was a camp that was founded by the legendary Coach Bliss way back in 1983. Like Mike, I went to the camp when I was in fifth grade, and we're super excited to be back this summer. And we just want everybody to know that the camp is for all levels and all abilities. So it's for we have 2 weeks for girls and 2 weeks for boys, and Mike will be able to tell you the dates on that. But it's for, like, as I said, for all levels. And it's a great week of camp, and it's a great experience for the campers. And I know a lot of Hopkinton residents have gone to the camp over the years and have really benefited from being at the camp. And you don't have to have a lot of experience playing basketball, but it's for incoming fourth graders, fifth and sixth in one gym, and then incoming seventh, eighth, and ninth in another gym. So we're really excited to be back at it, and there's still some room left for people to sign up. So if you're like the Keane household and you wait till the last minute to sign up for camps, there's still some room available, and we'd love to have you.
And you don't necessarily have to. Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to emphasize, you don't necessarily have to be from Hopkinton either, do you?
That's correct. Yeah, you don't have to be. Non-residents can sign up as well. We've always had a majority of Hopkinton kids, but I really can't emphasize enough that we have a lot of kids that come to camp and enjoy the camp, even if they're wouldn't consider themselves basketball players per se, but they just have a good week of being with their friends and learning about the game and trying to improve. So we really encourage anybody who's looking for a good experience to come out this summer.
Coach Greco?
Sure. Yeah, we're starting up on Monday, June 28th with the girls camp. And then we take the following week off for the 4th. And then we're back on July 12th for the first week of the boys camp. And then we do the whole process over again. We starting on July 19th, we have another week of the girls camp, and then starting on July 26th, one more week of the boys camp. And just to echo what Tom said, is that it really is a camp for players of all skill levels, of all ages. We are really excited to be back this summer after unfortunately having to miss the camp last year for the first time, since 1983. It's one of those things that kids a lot of times come as, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth graders all the way through. And a lot of our staff, not just Tom and I are also former campers and current varsity or former varsity players as well.
Yeah. And the one thing I would say that I've noticed, like the trends as far as signups, a lot of the students who have been to the camp before, they signed up early, but some of the students who didn't experience it because of COVID, the ones that were going into fourth grade last summer and didn't get a chance to get in to camp, and we didn't have a camp. I see that, like, those numbers are lagging a little bit. So it's going to be great to try to get some of those younger campers into the camp and experiencing it. As Coach Greco said, we have kids return summer after summer, and we have a great staff. We have over 7 high school coaches coaching at the camp. We have a lot of college kids returning that played for Mike and I over the years, and we have high school kids. So we have a wide range of staff and a lot of experience on the staff.
Can you describe what a typical day is like at the camp?
Sure. We, typically in the morning, we, do, the attendance and check in, all the formality stuff, make sure everybody's there and present and accounted for. We spend the morning doing a variety of different skills. We have the different coaches, each take a part of the game. Monday might be, a day where we really focus on shooting, and then Tuesday might be a day where we focus more on defense. And then, so every day it's kind of got its own theme, but we start with the very, very basic fundamentals. And then, we just start building on that, day by day. And as the day goes on to, get to some of the more advanced stuff by the end. We do a good job of sort of scaffolding it, so we have stuff for the players who are just starting out, as well as the player who, is really kind of looking to take their game to the next level. So after we do that in the morning, we get into some of our competitions. We've got some of the kids' favorites are things like the Coca-Cola shootout and dribble tag. We play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. So they get plenty of touches and plenty of time with the basketball in their hands. The kids are all split up into teams throughout the week. And so they all get to play 2 full games every day, both one in the morning before lunch and then one in the afternoon. And then when we get to Friday, we have the finals for all of our competitions. So, the kids get to spend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday trying to qualify for some of that stuff. And then on Friday, we have, we have the finals. And so we get to send the kids home with some trophies as well.
And, Mike did such a great job explaining the day. And, the one thing we do during our games is, we'll play 4 quarters. And the younger group, like say it's a gym with 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, the younger kids will play against each other in the 1st and 3rd quarter. And then the older kids will play against each other in the 2nd and 4th quarter. So a lot of times you might have some of the younger kids apprehensive about going to a camp with older kids, but a lot of time when they're going head to head, they'll be competing with a lot of students that are the same age.
And I was curious about that. Are all the age groups there at the same time, or is there different times for certain age groups?
Yeah, so one gym is dedicated to incoming 4th, 5th, and 6th. So that's one age group. And then the second gym is dedicated to incoming 7th, 8th, and 9th graders.
And we actually even take rising 10th graders in the girls' camp as well.
Ah, okay. Does this all take place at the high school, or do you use a couple different facilities?
We use both the high school and the Brown gym at the middle school.
Oh, okay. So obviously we just had the horrible pandemic that canceled everything last year. Obviously they've loosened up on the restrictions, but is there any restrictions with COVID that people should know about in this camp?
So the Parks and Rec Commission, in coordination with the Hopkinton Board of Health, is expected to vote and ratify tonight. So hopefully it'll be ratified by the time this airs, a policy which states some of our regulations regarding COVID. Any student athletes, any camper, any staff member who is not vaccinated will be required to wear a mask indoors. Additionally, we are going to, once we get the kids split up into their own particular cohorts, there is going to be some time to interact with each other when they compete against each other. But they're going to, spend a good chunk of the day in their own cohort with their own coach. So we sort of minimize the, any cross-contamination, I guess. But the big thing is that anybody who hasn't been vaccinated is going to have to wear a mask while indoors.
Ah, okay. And I'm just curious, off the top of your head, who are some of the alumni that are helping out?
Well, on the girls' side, we've got Michaela Pucci, who just graduated and finished her career over at Wheaton. We have Riss Prawl coming back to help us out, who's going to be going into her senior year down at Regis. I think that's it for our alumni. We've got some current varsity players coming up as well, though.
Yeah, on the boys' side, I know I'm going to forget some names, so forgive me if I do. But I have Brendan Kelly and Ellis Spar, Stephen Maffiori, and I know I'm forgetting some, so you got to forgive me. I'm getting old. And then we also have a lot of players that are either recently graduated or are coming through the system, like Matt Cooper and Nate Casper, Josh Sarapusco, and a whole host of others. I know I'm forgetting everybody off the top of my head, but we've got, 17 to 20 between the two gyms. So that's the other thing. If you're looking for a camp, the ratio of staff to campers is really second to none. We have a very good ratio where, as Coach Greco was saying, we have one coach who's responsible for a team during the week. And then we usually have another counselor, one of the younger players that kind of works with that team also. So you have, really a five camper to one coach ratio staff member. So that's another real positive about our camp.
That's terrific. And it sounds like an all-star team that's helping you out with the camp here. Some great athletes for sure.
Great athletes, great people. They're good kids. They're all good kids, which is what you want definitely when you have your own kid going to camp, right? You want those good people. And those are all a lot guys that are a lot of fun and girls that are a lot of fun to work with.